6 months ago, most of my Royal Caribbean casino offers looked like this. Ocean view rooms, interior rooms, occasionally a balcony. And today, many of the offers I'm receiving are now for junior suites. So what's changed? Did I suddenly become a high roller? No. Did I suddenly start losing thousands of dollars? Definitely not. In fact, I would argue I gamble smarter than I used to. I'm just going to come out and say it. The reason I'm getting better offers is because I'm playing more intentionally and I am understanding what the casino is actually using to rate me as a player and to give me offers. That is what I'm going to share with you today. First of all, I want to be very clear. A free cruise is a free cruise. I was thrilled with these offers. Ocean view rooms, balcony rooms, great vacations. I was not unhappy. But over time, I started to notice that some people with similar point totals were receiving significantly better offers. Junior suites, more free play, and it made me wonder if there was more to the story than just simply earning tier points. When I started, I really didn't have a strategy. I would play kind of whenever I felt like it. Sometimes I'd sit there for hours, sometimes I'd play a little bit every day. I really wasn't thinking about anything besides having fun and just earning some points. But over the last 6 months, my play has become much more intentional. I usually know about how many points I want to earn. I know roughly how much I'm comfortable risking. I keep my average bets fairly consistent, and when I reach my target, I'm done. No chasing, no marathon sessions, no gambling just because I'm on vacation. So what changed? I learned about something called ADT, Average Daily Theoretical. Now, I want to stress something. No one outside of the casino really knows exactly what formula that they use at Royal Caribbean, but everything I'm going to discuss is simply based on the casino industry math and my own observations. Something that really surprised me was learning that for average players, casinos don't really care what you actually won or lost. They're much more interested in what they expect to win over time, and that expectation is called theoretical loss. Theoretical loss might sound like an obscure term, but it's actually pretty simple. It's the coin in times the house edge. The coin in is the amount of money that you cycle through the machines over a given period of time, and the house edge is the amount that the casino expects to keep over time of that money that you've cycled through the machine. The house edge is almost always reported as a percentage. So for instance, if the house edge was 10%, the casino expects to keep 10 cents of every dollar wagered over time. To understand this better, let's look at an example. Let's say that the coin-in amount was $10,000. You've cycled through $10,000 over the course of the cruise. With any slot machine over time, the math is in the casino's favor. Let's say with that $10,000 coin-in example, the house edge was 10%. So that means that the theoretical loss would have been $1,000, 10% of $10,000. But here's the interesting part. I may have actually lost $1,500. I may have broken even, or I might be going home with $1,000 in my pocket. But the casino still expected to make about $1,000 from that amount of coin in. So the theoretical loss would have been $1,000 no matter what I end up losing or winning in reality. So from the casino's perspective, two people who both put $10,000 through machines may be worth about the same, even if one person lost $2,000 and the other person won $1,000. Honestly, this surprised me when I first learned it, because I always assumed offers were based on how much money I lost or how much money I won. But apparently that's not true. It's more about how much action you give the casino. So the casino expects to make about $1,000 from my play over the cruise. But the next question becomes, how do they use that information to rate me and determine future offers? This is where ADT, or Average Daily Theoretical, becomes incredibly important. Because instead of just looking at my total theoretical loss, casinos are looking at how much they expect to earn from me per gambling day. And that's exactly why I started changing my approach. I stopped playing randomly throughout the cruise, and I started concentrating my play into more intentional sessions, and that's when I began to see the better offers. To understand this idea of Average Daily Theoretical, or ADT, you really have to look at the formula. So first, we've got coin in, which is simply, again, the total amount of money you cycle through the machine. Not how much you brought, not how much you lost, just how much passed through the machine. Next comes house edge. Casinos know that over the long run, every game has a mathematical advantage. So, if they know how much action you gave them, they can estimate how much they expected to earn from that play. But here's the part that really caught my attention. They then divide that expected loss by the average number of gaming days, which means we're talking about an average amount per day. And honestly, when I first saw this formula, I kind of had an aha moment. This is the basic idea, the basic formula that casinos have been using for decades. And when I started looking at this formula, I began to wonder, was I approaching my casino play all wrong? Because I used to think the answer was simple: more hours, more points, more gambling, better offers. But over the last 6 months, I completely changed the way I play. I became much more intentional, and that's when I started seeing something really interesting. These were the kinds of offers I was getting before, and now these are the kinds of offers I'm getting. I didn't suddenly become a high roller. My average slot bet is only $2 to $3 per spin, but something definitely changed. So let me show you what my typical session actually looks like and why I think intentional play has made all the difference. When I first started sailing, I would wander into the casino throughout the cruise, maybe 20 minutes here, half an hour there, another quick session before dinner and a few spins before bed. Honestly, I was just killing time because I was on vacation. But today, if I don't have time to really sit down and enjoy myself for an hour or two, I usually don't go. I don't chase losses, I don't play because I'm bored, and I don't play just to say that I played that day. Because if average daily theoretical really matters, then I started wondering, is 7 average gambling days actually better than just 3 strong ones? I started to concentrate my play into fewer, more intentional sessions. I stopped trying to gamble more and started gambling smarter. My average bet is still only $2 or $3. My bankroll hasn't changed much, and I'm not losing more money, but I absolutely have seen my offers improve over the last 6 months. I really think that this strategy has helped me. It's helped me be more intentional about gambling and not chase my losses and not try to play more than I know I should. I became more intentional with my play, and my offers definitely became more generous. Now, I'm not telling anybody to gamble more. In fact, maybe the lesson here is actually the opposite. Have a plan, have a budget, know your goal, enjoy yourself, and when you're done, be done. The whole goal here for me is to get future cruises. I'm not trying to pay my bills gambling. I'm not trying to beat the casino. And honestly, there's so much to do on a cruise ship that I don't want to spend my entire vacation sitting in the casino. I want to enjoy the shows, the food, spend time with family and friends, and unplug from work and decompress. I want to visit places around the world that I've never been before. And that's what cruising really is about for me. That's why I think becoming more intentional with play in the casino has actually helped me enjoy cruising even more. Because I go in with a plan, I know what I'm comfortable spending, I know roughly what I hope to accomplish, and when I'm done, I'm done. Not going to chase losses, not going to spend 12 hours a day in the casino, not going to gamble just for the sake of playing the machines. For me, the whole purpose of spending time in the casino is pretty simple. I'm trying to earn more future cruises. Utilizing the casino to get future cruises has saved me tens of thousands of dollars over the last year. I hope by trying to understand what's going on here and taking advantage of the opportunities that you might have, you're able to travel more, to spend more time with people you love, and to make those memories together. That's a huge win in my book. We'd love to hear what you've experienced. Have your offers changed over time? Have you noticed anything that seems to help? Please leave a comment below, because I think we're all trying to solve this mystery together. And until next time, we'll see you on the next cruise.